Welcome to week 4 of Managing the Globally Diverse Firm. In this week you'll be looking at chapters 8, 12 and 15 from our key text, Organizations, Behavior, Structure and Processes. So this week we'll be looking at how effective, hardworking and cohesive teams can have a long-lasting impact on organizations, society and the global marketplace. We'll also be looking at the differences between groups and teams, the stages of team development, and how this idea of team cohesiveness might be achieved. Of course, in an increasing challenge in the world of work is the dynamic of the virtual team. It's a team that relies on interactive technology to work together when separated by physical distance. And whilst this current team has incredible advantages, it also introduces a set of unintended consequences that can impact on trust, cooperation and collaboration. In this week's shared reflection workshop, we'll be asking you to think about the readings from the textbook and then to give us some feedback on roles and responsibilities that are frequently found in teams. Questions like, do you find yourself taking a particular role repeatedly? Do you end up in certain types of teams very often? Why is it you think that some people are so successful in working in teams and others have a really strong aversion to being part of a team? And then we'll also be talking about what some of the reasons might be as to why teams don't always work. In the discussion forum, we'll be looking at the question of great people versus great teams. I guess there really are two schools of thought here. One which argues that groups of talented or even moderately talented individuals can create far more value than one brilliant person. Whilst, believe it or not, there are those who argue that a great individual is always better than a great team. So we're going to ask you to go back to your readings and tell us how, in those readings, the author's portrayal of groups and teams aligns with your own research and thinking. This week's assignment explores a very relevant topic of communication and miscommunication in diverse teams. So I'm going to be asking you to think about the potential sources of miscommunication and how leaders can minimize misunderstanding, ambiguity and confusion, particularly when working in virtual teams, those teams where people are separated by time zone, geography, distance, and where they can often be recipes for misunderstanding. Of course, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday for our final face-to-face lecture in the unit, where we'll have an even greater opportunity to explore leading teams through effective communication. When we're together, I want us to look at evaluating an application of the leadership theories, developing some strategies to align that theory to team practice, and also to talk about how to address intercultural team conflict. We're going to finish off the session by aligning leadership theory and practice. Look forward to seeing you there.